Today we're joined by Nomin from Blixr app.
Hi.
Hi, it's lovely to meet you. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and your company?
Yes, so as Abigail mentioned, I'm Nomin and I'm the co-founder of Blixr, which is an app on a mission to help people connect for real through voice, ethical algorithms, and an end-to-end experience. At Blixr, we have become the first to let users match based on voice, and we are on a mission to help people connect for real through voice and ethical algos. Voice really brings a new level of excitement, intimacy, and authenticity that leads to deeper connection and online better experience. So as a lot of us, including myself, have spent lots of time swiping on Instagram or Tinder and thinking how superficial and boring it was, we are like really pressured to upload the subtly filtered and perfect image of ourselves that will be literally just judged in a span of a second. And major social apps really just focuses on the visual. And with Blixr, we wanted to build a platform that connects people in a completely new way, and which is through voice. And ditching the usual swipes on images, you get to hear other people's voice. So how exciting and fun is that, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, we offer a curated list of virtual and real world experiences that are perfect for a date or a meetup.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. When I connected with you on the web summit, the thing that made you kind of stand out for me was the fact that you really you're really all for like positive algorithms.
Yes.
I told you that I did an article about kind of the negative algorithms. I would love for you to talk to me more about the positive algorithms that you use. Obviously, it's through voice, so it kind of brings a more authentic approach, I guess. But yeah, if you could tell me more about the algorithms, that would be great.
Yes, so basically, like, I don't know if you've seen the new documentary on Netflix, The Social Dilemma, and this is really something very well highlighted in that documentary. We believe our happiness is determined by the quality of our relationship, which is sadly becoming more and more superficial. And I firmly believe myself that Gen Z is the most connected, and yet so many of us feel more disconnected than ever. And the very nature of social apps means that we focus on accumulating likes and followers without enjoying the real world experience that brings us together. And this is also driven by how social apps are constructed to keep us online for the maximum time possible through their highly invasive algos. And as I mentioned, like in the documentary, The Social Dilemma, this issue was greatly highlighted in depth, right? So, and then we believe with Blixr, we built an ethical algorithms, which means we are anti-superficial, non-addictive, and non-invasive in that sense.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I really like it because when I watched Social Dilemma, it like
Yeah.
shocked me. I think I'm talking for a lot of people when I say like after watching that documentary, I didn't realize the kind of algorithms that tech companies introduced.
It is so crazy, and we don't realize how we are kind of manipulated by these big, major social apps.
Yeah, I know, it's so scary. How did you come up with the idea then?
So basically, like, we really asked ourselves, how come even with the most advanced communication methods in existence, so many of us we're feeling more disconnected than ever? And it's simple because we believe it's even whilst COVID has led to record growth in social and dating app usage, major issues such as superficiality, low well-being, and lack of real interactions remained unaddressed. And this is like one of the issue was really highly invasive algos from major social apps. And that's why we wanted to build a platform with a strong ethical foundation and also one with a female leadership presence. And because we are three co-founders and two of us are female. And equally, Blixr was founded because there's more to social app than being the how people meet. And we wanted to build something that will be how people want to meet and what people want to do. And that's why through the use of AI, uniquely personalized activities, which is online or offline, are suggested to each of our users. So as such, Blixr really takes the pressure of deciding what to do when you meet someone online. And Blixr not only, in that sense, Blixr not only redefines how people meet, but also what people do before and after they meet online. Because I personally went through that phase myself, where you meet someone online and then you will spend hours just swiping, like Googling activities and things to do for your first date, for example, right?
Yeah.
So we want to build something that would have like everything within one app.
I think well, from my opinion and the way you're talking, like, I personally feel like your app's quite different and unique to anything that I've personally used or experienced. But maybe you could tell me a bit more about how maybe your app compares to apps that are a bit similar.
Yeah, thanks for the question, and I really appreciate what you said. Blixr is quite unique. Main reasons why we are unique and different are, number one, we have the first mover advantage, which means social apps have been focused on keeping us online, and Blixr is really transforming the social app through voice and helping everyone connect for real. And number two, with Blixr, as I mentioned before, everything is within one app. You move seamlessly from talking to someone to finding experiences and activities that are tailored to your taste within seconds. So the key thing for us was to eliminate any roadblock that exists from you meeting someone online to meeting them offline in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And number three is, whilst we facilitate the end-to-end social experience, security and privacy are also paramount to the app. Blixr addresses the issues that people face when using social and dating apps through a variety of automatic and manual checks, like ranging from selfie verification, email verification, and also we really believe that less data is better. So we don't take, for example, the surname, or we don't take any other data that is not relevant for you to use the app.
Mm.
And lastly, this is our ethical innovation. A house should have a strong foundation. And just like that, a business should have a strong ethical foundation. And I was reading the CEO of Salesforce in his shareholder report has for the first time included the stakeholder value generated by the company. And his belief, which is shared by us, is simple. For any good and ethical business, it is essential to give value back to not only shareholder, but also our stakeholder, which includes the shareholder, our users, and our partners. We believe that it is not only the right thing to do, but it is good for business. And just like a house with a strong foundation, Blixr is built upon a strong ethical foundation. To summarize everything, we really believe that our focus on solving key user problem through first-of-a-kind and ethical, socially responsible solutions means we are really uniquely positioned to disrupt and define the next phase of social apps.
Yeah, it sounds really, really good. I'm like really impressed with it. Like, I think it's definitely needed, like an app like this. So what type of companies or individuals do you think benefit most from using the app?
Yeah, so in terms of users, our target audience is young professionals, students, and people who are, for example, new in town will benefit the most. And in terms of partners, what Blixr represents is sustainable business partnership, also long-term healthy partnerships, and a healthy independent business community. And that's why we only partner with local and independent businesses for our activities that we propose on our app.
What would you say your biggest challenge has been, generally, or with this app specifically? Just with the whole kind of movement of it, what do you think your biggest challenge has been?
That is a really good question, actually. So I have, personally, I believe that I have always been an ideas person, but to convert them into reality is the most challenging part. It requires a team, mentor, money, and to get it done, right? And that's why I genuinely believe that when you start a project, it should be something that you deeply feel in your heart, because being an entrepreneur and getting your startup off the ground is really, really hard. And I would say that was one of the challenging bits.
So, kind of linking to that, what kind of advice would you give to people who have an idea but don't know where to begin?
I would really recommend to anyone starting a project to get a co-founder who is as motivated as they are, because you will need someone to push you on your low days. And believe me, as an entrepreneur, there are many of those.
So, like I said earlier, we met through the Web Summit. How do you think the Web Summit was this year in comparison to other years, with it being remote? Did you think it was a good experience?
For our team, this Web Summit was our first time we are taking part, and we hope there will be many other more. And we were reading that in 2 years it will be in Japan, so really looking forward to it. Web Summit, like, I really personally love the diversity of the attendees I was able to connect with, ranging from fintech students and also investors and so on. And I met so many people within a few weeks that would have taken me lots of networking sessions. And also, equally, I was really, really impressed how helpful everyone was at the event, and how willing they were to give their time. So we were really overwhelmed with all these advices and amazing connections that we had. So that was really good. And however, one thing I wish is next year we would all be able to attend the physical event and get the full Web Summit experience, I guess.
Yeah, I fully agree. I feel like I really enjoyed like the mingling part of it as well.
Yes.
That was really well done.
Did you take any part in any roundtables?
Yeah, I did. I wrote an article on one of them. I attended quite a few talks. We kind of, as a team, and as kind of press for the Web Summit, we kind of wanted to get around as many things as possible. And all of the talks were so like insightful. I thought it was really, really good.
I know, but it was one thing that was a little bit overwhelming, is there were so many amazing talks going on at the same time, and you were like, okay, which one to choose? And we were like giving to everyone from our team, okay, you do this talk, I'll do this talk, like trying to take part in as much talk as possible.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like for us. Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, that sounds really good. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for your time. I was really, really excited to be part of it. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.